Hey everybody, how's it going? My name is Avialence, and welcome back to another Freedom Cry free roam video from the DLC part of Assassin's Creed 4. Today, I thought we'd do something a little bit different and show you guys downtown Port-au-Prince. My French accent's still terrible, obviously, but I wanted to go ahead and show you guys how downtown works in this area and the fact that it's actually quite dangerous. So this is on my personal playthrough, and as you can see, with my money, I've clearly gotten a little bit too far on it. But I've really been enjoying it. I haven't been able to put it down for the last 2 days. So I've taken a couple hour shifts and just played through the game and done a lot of free roam stuff, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys, obviously, throughout this week and next week. But downtown is actually quite interesting in the sense of it plays very differently than Assassin's Creed 4 does. You are a wanted person, right? Adewale is an African-American. He is considered a runaway slave in this DLC, so you do have to kind of carefully walk around. Now, obviously, as every Assassin's Creed game goes recently, it's very easy to protect yourself as long as you use your resources. But the idea here is you're going downtown and you're liberating slaves from these various things. Now, these slave liberation methods are obviously not plantations. They are obviously not slave ships, anything like that that give you a huge amount of slaves that you can liberate and add to your forces to fight back. However, they are an integral part of the game, and I definitely recommend you experience them because it's really cool. It's a really lively city in the sense of, there's lots to do around here. So essentially, there's many different ways for you to free slaves. The first two, which you just saw there are the auctions, in which you free the slaves that are being auctioned by killing the overseers that are doing the auctioning. You can also free slaves that are locked in cages, as you see there, and you'll see me do that here in a bit, by finding their cage holder, either killing or basically just getting the key off of him and then using that key to unlock said cage. You also have runaway slaves who are literally just running away from being captured or anything like that. They will typically have 1 to 2 people chasing them, the overseers, and all you have to do is eliminate those overseers in order to free that slave. There's also slaves who've been beaten so badly that you have to carry them around as well and carry them back to a hidden area and protect them while doing so, which you'll see a couple of those later in this video. Essentially, it's pretty brutal. Basically, you're just the protector of these slaves in this area. You're helping them fight back and form a resistance. And all these liberated slaves will be joining you in your quest to do so. Now, past a certain point, the liberating slaves really doesn't have too much of an effect outside of giving you more crew members on your ship, because the rewards are locked after 500 liberated slaves. I'm not sure if, there's a point to continuing to do so, but I enjoy it nonetheless. It definitely feels rewarding to go around and help these guys out, and some of the dialogue that's thrown in actually is pretty meaningful too. So I've definitely been enjoying doing so. The big thing too, though, is there's a couple more, obviously, ways to liberate the slaves. As you can see here, there's a slave convoy. They'll also have runaway slaves, like I mentioned earlier, except they're hiding, and you actually have to find them and then escort them back to whatever. But essentially, obviously there's a lot of ways that you can help these guys out here and help build your forces. Now, I definitely recommend in these areas, I don't know if you guys are veteran Assassin's Creed players or if you're not, but one thing that's very helpful that a lot of people don't use is the smoke bombs. I highly recommend the smoke bombs in these areas, especially when you're crowded with a lot of enemies, because I don't know if you knew this or not, but if you check down a smoke bomb, instant executes on any type enemy. It's actually quite nice, especially if you're surrounded. So I definitely recommend using these smoke bombs in these close quarters battles, or definitely when you liberate a convoy. They will not hurt the slaves that you're liberating, but they will allow you to dispatch of all the heavier guards and the slave masters that are doing so. So it's quite nice, quite handy in order to be able to do so. All in all, though, Freedom Cry has definitely been enjoyable, so to speak, for me. I'm still working through the actual main storyline. Again, I'm doing a lot of free roam videos and spending a lot of my time free roaming. On the date that I'm recording this, which is the 29th of December on a Sunday, I have finished all of the free roam activities. I've liberated all the plantations. I've also gone around and discovered all the collectibles on the islands and stuff. Some really, really cool stuff. The Mayan blade is really awesome, the Mayan machete. Gorgeous looking blade. And then there's also a gun called the Dragon that you get for achieving 100% synchronization, which is really cool. Although I don't know if I really like the 100% synchronization rewards. While, I understand that they're trying to give a reward for completing the game completely, after you've achieved 100% sync, you really don't have that much of a chance to use that weapon. Because most players are going to be playing through the DLC, and they'll do all the side missions in order to get all their rewards, and then they'll go ahead and continue down the story path. And after doing that, you know, it's kind of over. So it's like, okay, well, I got this gun, but I can't really use it. So I almost wish they would have had a different way of helping you get that weapon, or, you know, achieving it, I suppose, or just getting the weapon, essentially, because I would have preferred to have used it all throughout the DLC instead of finish the DLC, then get it and be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna go use this once and then not use it again, you know. And that's kind of the assumption I was sitting on. But anyway, though, I've definitely enjoyed Freedom Cry. I've enjoyed the ideas that are behind it. I've enjoyed playing as a different assassin, and I honestly hope that they continue to do DLC this way. I'd rather, to be honest with you, I don't want to see more of Edward's story unless it's, you know, when he's back in England. I don't want to hear an adventure that, you know, it wasn't really in the game, or it doesn't pertain to Edward as a character. So I really hope that when they do more single-player DLC, if they do more single-player DLC, it's not going to be so drawn back. I know we have Assassin's Creed Liberation HD coming out on the Xbox One, the PS3, the PS4, and then the Xbox 360 in January, and I'm really excited for that game as well. I never owned a PS Vita, so I am really excited to be playing a mobile title in HD, and it definitely looks better. I'm looking forward to Assassin's Creed Liberation, and maybe I'll do a Let's Play of it here on this channel or something of that nature. But I love all these little standalone adventures. I feel that, you know, we're playing as different assassins, and through doing that, we're learning more about the Assassin Order and what these people stand for. And Adewale is definitely a very, very, very passionate character, and it's really awesome to see him in his environment, what he wants to do. And, you know, I think that's what's so cool about this DLC, because, you know, he's here on a mission for the Templars, and, or excuse me, for the assassins to get rid of the Templars, right? And while doing so, he comes across this need for his people. His people are in danger, and he wants to help them out. And it's so cool to be able to see that passion of a character. Adewale is definitely one of my favorite assassins, I'm not going to lie. So there's that in there. But essentially, I've really enjoyed the game. I've been thinking about a couple other limitations I could maybe do to make an Assassin's Creed Hardcore mode, but that's a video I'll release later this week and see what you guys think about it. But yeah. So, guys, there's a couple more minutes of this gameplay. I really don't have too much more to talk about as far as commentary goes, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Remember, guys, if you're enjoying these Freedom Cry free roam videos, please feel free to like them, of course. All the likes really help. I also encourage you to check out my Freedom Cry Let's Play if you haven't already. I'll put an annotation on the screen about now, so you guys can click that and check out the Let's Play if you're looking for a Let's Play of the DLC or cannot play it yourself. And then, of course, if you enjoyed this video, guys, and you're looking for more, please feel free to subscribe. I'm working through Freedom Cry right now. I'm thinking about doing some Pokemon stuff on this channel. I've kind of rigged a, I've ghetto-rigged a DS recorder, which actually looks pretty good, all things considered. And I'm also going to be releasing a new set of videos that I'm really excited about sharing with you guys come the new year. The first one's going to come out later this week on January 2nd, so I'm excited about that. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and please feel free to leave comments below. I love chatting with you guys. I try to chat as much as possible because you guys are what makes YouTube worth it. So feel free to chat about Freedom Cry, feel free to chat about anything Assassin's Creed oriented or whatever, and I'll happily chat with you for a bit. It keeps me entertained when I'm doing all these video editing things, I gotta admit, and I love talking with you guys, per usual. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Remember, like the video, live by the creed, and I'll talk to you guys in the next segment.
I will repay you somehow.
No one deserves this.
It hurts too much to walk. Please, I need you to carry me.
Hé, personne ne manque de la loi chez moi. On ne te laissera pas filer. Toi, aille. Laissez-moi. Je ne suis pas un soldat.
Laissez. Don't let them find me.
Reste là. Ça vient devoir s'arrêter. Continuez.
I can't feel my arms.
You are very brave to have done such a thing. Thank you. You know there is still much work to be done.
Trust in yourself.
Ah, quelqu'un va payer.